Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 667 of the Drunk Dashers podcast. I'm your host, as always. I'm Tyler, and joining me with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sir Colonel Gables. What is up, buddy?
Well, I'm just trying to enjoy my 3-day weekend and stuff like that. I had today off of work and stuff, and pretty much I've just been spending the day either like doing a little bit of yard work, drinking some coffee, and most importantly, trying to do something in terms of Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, because that's pretty much what I've been playing for most of the week. And yeah, that's pretty much it in the nutshell for this week
Yeah.
itself. But how have you been doing, Tyler?
I've been all right. It's been better, been worse, I guess. Um, I was telling you before the show. I was telling you, you've known about it. Found out on Tuesday that I'm getting laid off from my job. Not until September, which I guess is I'm not gonna say who I work for, but basically I got 4 months, which is kind of a blessing and a curse, I guess. Like at least I have time to figure things out, but also it's gonna be a long 4 months before the wait to get that severance package. So we had that news on Tuesday, which was a big bummer. And then Wednesday was my birthday. It
Well,
was
happy
so
birthday.
yeah, right. That's what one of the guys, the guy next to me at the meeting was like, "Happy birthday, Tyler." I'm like, "Thank you." It was kind of weird on Wednesday. Like I luckily I had the day off. So it's kind of nice. It's not to like, kind of a day away. Kind of like just try to enjoy my birthday as best I could, and then not to like be there like with all like just kind of get a day away. Cause like almost kind of needed it. It was kind of like they did it on Tuesday. Almost like wish I had this done on a Friday. Let's give me the weekend or something. I don't know, but yeah. So it was kind of hard. My mom was like, she's like, so you look forward to your birthday? Like this was like Tuesday night after work, and went to go pick up my dog from my parents' house, and I'm like, not really. I'm like, it's kind of like I get a free coffee from Starbucks, which is honestly was phenomenal. I enjoyed that. It's so good. Oh my god, get the cold brew with the cold foam Gables, and then a little bit of caramel drizzle on top. Oh baby, it's so good. I enjoy it so
Oh,
much.
dude. Between that and that caramel macchiato stuff, I mean, I kind of like that. I kind of like that type of stuff from Starbucks, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. We got another one called Seven Brew that just
Mm.
opened up. Like I guess it's like I don't know how big it is, but like there's a handful here in Iowa at least. And I had one a while ago, like after I got my surgery last year. Um, my sister took me to it, and it was I'm like, oh, this is really good. And then they just opened up one not too far from us here, and we've gone a couple times. She'll come pick me up on the weekends or whatever, and then like we'll just drive over there and get some. And my God, I got one with the cold foam on top of it last week, Gables, and it was like a spiritual awakening for me. It was amazing. I cannot describe. I don't understand. Like I'm like I wish there was a way to like bottle up the taste of this into like a healthy alternative drink or just like a
Right.
flavored water. I'm like, why does everything that's bad for you have to taste this fucking good? Like I would drink this all day if it would not kill me, or give me diabetes, which would I guess also eventually kill me. I
Yeah.
would drink this nonstop. It tastes that good. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the free that Starbucks coffee on my birthday was really nice. And then um, but yeah, I don't know. Weird week. I am drinking. I just popped up a beer and drank one before the show. I'm gonna pop up another one right now. Stopped at the gas station after work on Friday, and I'm like, after this week, I needed a beer. And unfortunately, though, all they had was I'm like, I want like a nice like it's springtime. It's getting nice out around here, and I finally kicked the AC on. Um, but they didn't really have anything really good, so I got the Line and Kugel Summer Shandy. So it's not bad. Nice,
Mm.
nice little spring beer for everybody out there. It's got like it's got like a lemon flavor to it. It's not bad, but it's not like my go-to. But no, I'm doing I guess doing okay. All things considered. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys want to support us anyway, because I guess I'll be looking for work here soon. We do have a YouTube. It's just like you can memberships. It's only 99 cents if you want to sign up. If you want to do that, we'd really appreciate it. But like I said, it's 99 cents a month. We don't really like give you anything extra, but it's a cool way to support us if you want to support us. Um, Also, like like if you want to like hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to us. Honestly, subscribing to us is the best thing you can do for us. Telling your friends, commenting on everything, going to other podcast services. We're on everything. Just look us up. Drunk Nerds, Drunk Dash Nerds. You will find us out there. But yeah, like I said, if you guys can help us out, that'd be phenomenal. But don't, like I said, don't have to give us a membership, but if they could just help us get out there in the algorithm, tell your friends, 5-star reviews, all that. Really appreciate it. But let's jump into, honestly, like we were talking about before the show. Honestly, it was like the first real good news of the week. I think was we got, obviously everything going on. People don't know with Giant Bomb where Jeff Grubb left and like
Yeah.
Dan Reichert was like leaving, Mike Minotti left. Basically, it sounded like everybody for the most part was leaving or had left. We got some great news. Like all of a sudden, Jeff Grubb everybody was posting, "Hey, watch the Giant Bomb PAX panel," which is weird because I'm like, these guys all left. What's going on? Well, come find out. Jeff Grubb came on there with Jeff Bakalar and Dan Reichert and Jan Choa and announced that Jeff Grubb and Jeff Bakalar have bought Giant Bomb. That's right. The contract says McMahon, but it doesn't say Vince McMahon. It says Jeff. No, I'm kidding. Jeff Grubb, ladies and gentlemen, and Jeff Bakalar. I was trying to figure out a way to tie it in. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head. It'd be really funny though if it was like Jeff Grubb thought he bought it, and it's like it said the contract says Jeff, but not Jeff Grubb. Anyways, I've already ruined it. Anyways, so they own it now. Really cool. They announced that PAX East at a panel, did a whole podcast about it for the Giant Bombcast, everything. But yeah, just like a really cool, like a nice win this week. Obviously we were talking before the show about like obviously all the stuff that happened at Polygon, which is upsetting to see. But like yeah, it's just like it's cool and like. Honestly, it's like it's great to like see the sport out there and like to the point that like I try to like sign up for subscription to them and the website has been down basically since like 2 or 3 minutes after they announced it. Like you cannot go. Maybe now it's it is 12:20 a.m. on Sunday morning or Saturday night where I'm at here. So maybe now I can subscribe. But yeah, it was so positive and people were so excited that they literally people could not give them money. So. A really cool moment there. But, I mean, Gibbles, what was your thoughts? I was so excited I sent you a message about it.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised, but at the same point, I kind of figured that these guys wouldn't be out of like work or something for too long. I mean, especially with Grubb in particular and stuff, this dude gets himself around fairly easily. I mean, he pretty much gets a lot of the good major like news stories and stuff. So him alongside the rest of the crew going through and investing and getting the license of Giant Bomb, making their own initial thing from it, that's exciting news to hear. And the thing about it is it gets more or less Giant Bomb down to the origins of like kind of like how it used to be. At the same point, it's like I'm kind of more excited to see what content comes out of it now, besides like the usual stuff that what we would be seeing, like Game Mess mornings and stuff, and like Dump Truck and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just relatively excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see what happens when like the chains are off and, like like I was telling you for the show, like if there's anybody come out with some crazy idea that sounds incredibly stupid, but it ends up being like absolute gold, Dan Reichert is the man for that. So I cannot wait. This is a guy that like broke his I think his finger or his hand, sliding into his bathtub full of macaroni and cheese a couple years ago. So I mean, or like the like Steal My Sunshine for like playing Mario Sunshine with Giant Bomb East and stuff like that. So I'm incredibly excited to see what they do for it. And it's just nice to, it's easy to be so negative in the gaming space, and there's always like just like all the layoffs and everything like that. It's just nice to see like a rare positive nowadays in the gaming landscape of just like and then like if get back to like like to see what these guys can do. Obviously with like out like I said, without chains, and they can just kind of do what they want to do. And like they talked about like the fans are their boss now. They listen to them, and they're gonna do a bunch of weird shit, and some of it might be dumb, and they might not never do it again, and some things might end up being absolute gold and carries them on. Next thing, like Blight Club was like this really dumb idea, and ends up it's like one of the best things I've ever done. So also someone put up the new Best of Giant Bomb today, and it's Mike Minotti playing through the Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, and it is I was laughing hysterically rewatching that playthrough again. So yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's phenomenal. I'm happy for those guys. Like those guys deserve it. And I mean, as soon as I can give them money, I'm going to give them money. Layoff be damned. I'm going to give these guys, my $100 subscription for the year. But yeah, so it's just, like I said, it's just nice to see a win, and it's just, nice to see the like especially like Jeff Grubb out there. Like he's been busting his ass. And it sounds like they're gonna be they plan on doing a Summer Game Fest couch again this year. They said
Oh, good.
it might be thrown together in a little rinky dink, but they plan on being there, so that's gonna be awesome as well. So yeah, it's just it's awesome. And then they had like they called in Mike Minotti and they told him like live, like not live on the show, but like they basically a live reaction to like him finding out that they bought it and he's gonna be the fifth co-owner of Giant Bomb, which is like a real heartfelt moment. Hit right there on the heart. So yeah, really cool. But yeah, like I've been saying it all the time. If there are people out there that you like, in like, um, if like you enjoy them, you watch all their content. If they have a Patreon, YouTube subscriptions, Twitch subscriptions, whatever merchandise, if you can support them in any way by just even if it's a few bucks a month, maybe it doesn't sound like it's only $3. It's not gonna make a big deal to them, but like when 100 people all of a sudden like give them a few bucks a month, it makes a gigantic difference. So if you're a fan out there and there's people out there that you like, and you're able to support them, like I say, even if it's only $5, that that adds up a lot over time. So please do that. Because like I said, it's tough out there for people, and and obviously it's tough times for a lot of people. But if you got the money, do it. Yeah, I want to mention some good news because last week Gables was a really sad week for gaming stuff. So it's just nice to like come back this week and just be like a lot of fun new stuff going on. Moving on though, like this happened like I think it was like Monday. You sent me the message and like I was like, wow. I like stopped what I was doing. I'm like, what? I could not believe this. And I honestly like it's just been such a whirlwind of a week that I totally forgot that this happened until I was putting together the show notes today. And I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot Gears of War is coming to PlayStation. Yeah, so like obviously, this is like we've been talking about this for a while, and it's like we thought, especially when Forza was announced earlier this year and just came to PlayStation, I think just last month in April. And it's already like I think it's like one of the top 2 or 3 best-selling games on PlayStation in April. So seems to be working, but I felt like once Forza came, like there's a holy trinity. There's Halo, Gears, and Forza. Like once Forza was announced, I'm like, okay, like the gloves are off. Like anything is possible right now. So like it wasn't like a matter if, it was a matter of when for like a Gears and stuff coming, but it's still like it's still weird to read the news and like just like see it, like it's gonna be really weird again, like when the game actually like when I like see a clip of it running on a PlayStation and like you see like the X button pop up to like use the chainsaw or something. It's like the cross from the PlayStation controller. It's gonna be very weird to see. But I mean, Gables, when you saw this, what was your initial reaction?
Honestly, I was really surprised. I mean, I was on my day off and stuff. I get this text message from one of my friends and stuff, and it's like, "Oh, it's Gears of War just announced on PlayStation." I'm like, what? And I just go on and look onto YouTube because I think my friend's like pulling my chain. It's like, no, it was that new, like not remastered, but like a new like a
Reloaded.
Reloaded and stuff. It was Gears of War Reloaded, just another remake of the original Gears of War and stuff, but it's coming on to PlayStation. And seeing all that, yeah, I was really surprised about that stuff. So, as to be expected, I sent you the message and stuff, and then the day later on and stuff, there was like an article that came out that not only it's like that's coming out the PlayStation, but at the same time, for those that own Gears of War, like oh
Ultimate
god, what was
Edition.
it? Gears of War Ultimate on Xbox and stuff, you get that other remake there for free.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that's awesome because that means day one I could actually play this game because I have it digitally when I got it for the Xbox One all those years ago now. And dude, this is so huge because it's like you were referring to like this golden like trilogy or something like that, this trio from
Yep.
Xbox, Forza, like Forza, Gears, Halo, and stuff, and now you have 2 of the 3. It's like now Halo's the last one. Halo's the last one, and just seeing when that potentially could be like a Master Chief collection or whatever. I mean, I'm more excited to do that because with everything else that's kind of panning into things and how Microsoft has pretty much been orchestrating a lot of this, a lot of the top selling games on their competitors' platforms are their games. So through their mindset, Microsoft's mindset, even though they've sacrificed any type of first party games that they've had on their systems in order to go onto other platforms, they've pretty much kind of won in terms of profit because it's like you have their games being front and center and being some of the most like best-selling things on their platform because of that novelty of, hey, you can play Sea of Thieves on PlayStation, or you can play Forza, or you can play Gears of War now, or you can play Hi-Fi Rush. It's like
Yeah.
all of these like various games and stuff that were exclusive either on Game Pass or on the Xbox platforms for like over like it's almost 20 years, and all of a sudden you get to play it not just on PC but also on PlayStation as well, and possibly eventually Switch too, because well, that's just going to be the thing that
Yeah.
Microsoft will do because they want their games on every single platform. So I'm more excited to see more players get a chance to experience Gears for the first time.
Yeah. 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 I'm excited for that. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, as like a fan of video games, like I've said over and over again, like I mean, in a perfect world, uh, we would be able to, we'd just be one console with all the games that come to one console. Obviously, in the society that we're in, like, in a business, that is not the case. That's not going to happen. So I think that, yeah, I mean, this is the best case scenario. We've seen like PlayStation, like they've started putting some of their like smaller games and stuff like on Switch. Obviously, all their games eventually come to PC. Um, yeah, so I mean, like the things are changing now. So yeah, I mean, it's not like I said, it's one of those things where it's not surprising, but it's just weird to see, you know. Um, and like it's one of those weird like those things like it's weird. Like I feel weird about it, but I'm not against it, but I feel kind of weird about it, and I don't know why. I don't know. It's just like it's just kind of like it's like kissing your cousin type of thing here. I don't know what it is. I just like it doesn't look right to me. Like someone like had like a little mock up of like the Gears logo, like the Gears cover with like the PS5, like the physical copy. I'm like, that's fucking weird. But yeah, like I mean, I do like the idea of like this is basically it's a remaster of the remaster essentially of the Ultimate Edition. But like you mentioned, yeah, like you will get if you get Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you get this for free. Um, so it's gonna run 4K 120 frames per second, and also have the multiplayer and everything as well. And also this is coming to Game Pass as well. It's coming out August 26th for $40. So it's not even a full, it's a fairly cheap game. And I was a little surprised that it wasn't like the whole trilogy. So, but it also gives me hope that maybe they're gonna remaster Gears of War 2 and 3. Those are 360 games, and they can definitely use it. Maybe eventually Judgment, because I like Judgment. That game was good. I beat that in like one night in a sitting with 3 other friends, and had like a lot of fun with that game. Yeah, I'm a huge Gears fan, and like especially with Gears of War E-Day coming. Good idea, like to do that, and like I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like almost like kind of PlayStation. They put their games on PC, like they put like God of War 2018. They put it out like 6-8 months before Ragnarok came out. It's like cool. Like maybe you like it over here, you'll buy a PS5 and play, Ragnarok. So, or you can wait 2 years and play it on PC. And it's probably the same thing. Hey, you like Gears of War? You love this game? Cool. Well, the new one's coming, and it's coming most likely next year, and you can play it, on a PC, or you can get Game Pass and stream it, or you can buy an Xbox, whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's weird to see, but I love it, and gets me excited to like eventually like I love the Gears franchise, and it's definitely one of those things where like I would love to play a updated version of Gears 2, like not even like necessarily like game changes, but just like a better looking versions of like Gears 2 and 3. Even though those games look phenomenal, and like I'm sure like
Right.
Gears of War Ultimate Edition probably still looks really good right now.
Just
Yeah,
give me the trilogy. That's it.
yeah. Yeah, I would be excited. I played to play through those games again. I played through Gears 4 a couple years ago, and like I do want to play through Gears 5 again. But yeah, like this might just kind of like kick me off to playing through those games again. What sucks though, Gables, it comes out the exact same day as Gears of War Reloaded.
No, what's that?
Maybe one of our most anticipated games of the year.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know what I'm taking priority with.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So it's like, God damn it. It's like, yeah, but it's like, it's funny, like these like 2 like beloved franchises getting like, one's obviously a full blown remake. This is a remaster of a remaster. Yeah, like, yeah, it's funny though. I looked at it, I'm like, fuck, okay, cool, August 26th. I'll play that. That'd be awesome. And I was like, I'm like, wait. I'm like, God damn it. Like, okay, well, I'm definitely, I'm going to play through this twin the or I almost said twin snakes. That's not right. Snake Eater instead. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so pumped to play this, and whatever. Like, obviously there's like there's the Xbox fans out there, and like yeah, I get it. It kind of if you are someone that like I do feel bad in a sense for customers that like if you had to choose one console and you chose Xbox, and now you're seeing these games come to PlayStation, I could see a little bit upset. I still think like I don't know. I still I think Game Pass is a phenomenal uh, uh, service. Sorry, I blanked there for a minute. I think it's a phenomenal service. I know like people like to shit on it for some reason, and I'm like, man, this is legitimately a great offer. This is great. I say it all the time. I'm like, this thing actually rules. And I'm like, I don't know why people shit on it so much. I'm like these games come out for like 70, $80. Like Call of Duty's gonna be $80, or you can just have Game Pass and play it on there. I'm like, I don't know. Sounds great to me. I don't know. Call me crazy, people. I like saving money. So
It just depends upon what people really what just want to play on the Game Pass in general. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Why people don't want to try it a lot of the times. But even so, you're getting certain games that are just like day and date with releases, and this year has been ever so more important on with the Game Pass releases because now it's like you get the new remaster here for Gears of War, you freaking get Doom, the Dark Ages and stuff,
yes,
freaking Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion remake and stuff, like Expedition 33 and
yeah.
stuff is a part of this as well, and
Avowed,
it's
South
like
of
it.
Midnight.
What's that?
Avowed in the South of Midnight.
Oh yeah, Avowed and South of Midnight and stuff like that. It's just you get all these various stuff just from this past year that you can initially try without having to just pay over $500 to $700 just for just
Yeah,
getting something that you could just probably pay like maybe $20 a month for. You
yeah,
know, that's just a good deal in general.
yeah. Was on weird tangent there with that one, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's awesome, and yeah, I'm excited for it. Like, just get some more Gears out there. You know, it's like I miss Gears. It's been
Yeah,
fucking. I mean, like it's been almost 6 years since Gears 5 came out, which is wild. So it just like even though I know it's an old it's old Gears like on a, like this looks prettier. I don't care. I'll be there to play it. I almost
mm.
said day one, but that's actually not true. Because Snake Eater, I'll be playing day one. But I'll play this like day 13. I'll be there for it to play through it again. But next up here, this is kind of a cool little announcement here. We were talking about a lot of like obviously prices going up on a lot of things and games going up and stuff like that. Take Two of all places, like maybe one of the worst when it comes to microtransactions of all of gaming. Um, they are obviously is Hangar 13 is making this. They make the Mafia series, Mafia The Old Country, which is like the fourth game in the Mafia franchise. Obviously, people don't, if you don't really know a lot about them, they're kind of always been like kind of like I don't know, like the Walmart brand version of like Grand Theft Auto. Like they're solid games, but they're not as good as like the best one type of thing. They're like instead of getting Twinkies, you got Twonkies. Instead of Mountain Dew, you got Mountain Lightning. This is Mountain Lightning. But like I've always like thought they've had good stories, and like Mafia 3 I thought had a phenomenal story, but I just did not like the open world. That's always been a common complaint. Is like they have good stories and good characters, but like the open worlds are just not very fun in those games. Um, and I think they finally heard us and they're listening. And Mafia The Old Country is coming out August 8th. It'll only be $50. So it's pretty awesome. There will be like a digital deluxe version that comes with like a bunch of stuff for $60. But even still, like they said, this is going to be a linear game, more story driven, more focused on the characters and the narrative, all that. Big on stealth, and it's going to be a shorter experience. But I'm still surprised with even saying all that. It's only $50.
That's really surprising that we're now at that we're now at that point that we're surprised that anything sells below $70. And
Yeah,
it's really interesting because you look at something like Mafia 4 and stuff like that, the old country. The game looks fine from what we've seen so far. We're just waiting upon reviews upon how this game's going to run, how this is going to perform and stuff. Is it going to be as critically like say kind of like as good as like say Mafia 2. Hopefully it's not disappointing like kind of like how the reviews were for say like Mafia 3 when that one initially came out. It was that one was kind of lukewarm for people for what I remember. But that's an affordable price. I mean, people are more likely just to go and like if they see a good quality game just for an attractive like $50 price point and stuff, more likely they're going to want to play, and probably more likely want to play that before having a chance to play GTA 6 next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's awesome, and like it's still surprising, even still, like, you know, like we see like sometimes these like you know, even like they're more story driven games, they still come out for full price. It's one of those things where it's like it's almost too good, and I'm like, okay, what's the catch gonna be? You know, it's like this game, like, you know, it's gonna, are we gonna have an Order 66, 1866 situation again, where this game's like 6 hours and everybody's gonna lose their fucking mind again? I don't think that's gonna be the case, but I don't know. Like okay, what's going on here? There's a catch. Like Take Two of all people is not that nice. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pumped for this. I like I said, I played a little bit of Mafia back in like I think it was like PS2 era or Xbox maybe. Then like I played a decent chunk of Mafia 3, and like I said, I loved that story and the characters in the game, but like I just did not like. I fell off hard because of that. The open world stuff was just not very fun. Was not fun at all. So yeah, I'm pumped for this. Like they put out a big trailer, or, you know, a nice little 2 minute long trailer, and then like an 8 minute like gameplay preview. And I'm like, this looks really really good. Looks phenomenal. Like the stealth mechanics, and like that looks great. So I'm not like the biggest like fan of like going back. Like this is like takes place I think like in the 1930s, something like that. So it's a prequel to the franchise. But I don't know. I mean, $50. I'm like, all right, this might be a day one buy for me actually. Uh, Helps that also there's nothing. I don't think there's anything else major coming out around that time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, a good time to come out too. August 8th. So. But yeah, next up here, Gables, we got one of my favorite things to talk about every single month. That's right, we have the Circana reports. So this came out a couple weeks ago, but there's other things going on that we haven't talked about it yet. Yeah, so we have the top 20 selling games in the United States for the month of March. Gables, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games that came out in March that are on the top 20 list. Do you care to take a guess on any of them?
I know that I'm kind of terrible with these and stuff, but
Yeah, so bad.
I will give 3 guesses.
Okay.
And if I don't guess one of them, then we'll just go.
Okay.
So the first thing here for March, I want to say, let's see if I can remember what came out in March.
2 annual sports games. I'll say that.
2 annual sports games. So you have MLB.
Yep, that is
Then
number
will be
2.
the show.
Yep.
Yeah, then will be the show. 2025, I think it is,
Yep.
or 26. Yeah. And then let's see. The second one I want to say is like I wouldn't say it's a soccer game. No.
Nope.
Is it?
They had a big show just a few weeks ago. It's a 2-night event.
Oh, that's right. WWE 2K25.
Yep, number 4.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, the 2 sports games and stuff. That stuff. Well, not Australia. That's not it, right?
Monster Hunter was what came out in February. It was number 1, but it's not number 3.
Wow, it's now number 3 instead of March.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. And I'm gonna give one more try here, just one more guess. And let's see. I'm not gonna look at anything on my shelf. But let me just ask one question. So, anything Nintendo related?
Did Nintendo put anything out in March?
I don't know.
There's
think so.
one oh yes, there is one game from Nintendo on the list, number 17.
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition.
Yes, that is number 17.
Okay. All right. So
of all
good.
the things, you got like that one, which is like 6th of the 7th new games on the list. One of the other ones, Gables, is a game that you said you wanted to play with me, and then I bought it, and then you won't play with me.
Split Fiction.
Yep, number 5.
God.
So all right, yeah. So we'll go through the list here, Gables. Number 20, still holding strong here. EA Sports College Football 25. Number 19, Spider-Man 2. Number 18, another brand new game, Gables. You never would have got this one. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster.
Okay. No, I wouldn't have gotten that because those are freaking classic PlayStation games that were popular back then, really super hard to find in terms of physical copies and stuff. That the sequel, Suikoden 2, sells for like over $200 and stuff like that for PS1 on the reused market. And so that's very surprising that collection is selling that well that it's inside the Circana report.
Yeah. So number 18. Number 17 you already said, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Number 16, Elden Ring. Number 15, Madden NFL 25. 14, Red Dead Redemption 2. 13, EA Sports FC 25. Number 12, GTA 5. Number 11, as always, Minecraft. Number 10 here, a big drop because they were number 2 the previous month. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Damn.
Number 9, Gables. I didn't even know this game existed. Bleach: The Rebirth of Souls.
That's very surprising. That game actually made it in that high up.
Well, remember that Dragon Ball game was like number 2 or 3 that's debut month. I don't know. Anime people are weird. They're freaks.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, I can understand like a Sparking Zero because that's part of a series of like Dragon Ball games that hadn't been really prevalent since like the PS2 and early Wii era in terms of that style. But for this Bleach game, I had a chance to look at the combat and look at all the other stuff that Maximilian Dood just gave a try. Either gave a try to playing it or whatsoever. And even so, I understand the license is still fairly popular because they had a continuation of the series and stuff like about a year or two ago. But at the same point, man, it's like it didn't really wow me, that game, but yet it still sold super well.
Yeah. So that was number 9. Number 8, NBA 2K25. Number 7, PGA Tour 2K25. Number 6, Black Ops 6. Number 5, Split Fiction. My favorite game I've never played and probably will never get to play. Number 4, EA 2K25. I'm gonna make a comment every week. I'm gonna make a comment until morale is improved. Number 3, Monster Hunter Wilds. Number 2, MLB The Show 25. Number 1, Gables, brand new game, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is the number 2 best-selling game of the year so far, behind Monster Hunter Wilds. Split Fiction, number 10 there. Huh. Wonder if other people out there bought that and their best friend won't play with them. It's weird. Huh. That must be nice.
Oh.
Huh.
But no,
weird.
man. I think what's really interesting about this whole initial thing is like how successful Assassin's Creed Shadows has done. Of course, they were advertising that game out the ass. I mean, I'm not kidding. You couldn't even go watch a couple of gaming videos without the damn game popping up. It got so annoying. I had to just go onto the block and say, no, I do not want to see this. No, I do not want to see this. And still, with all that and all the advertising in terms of like retailers, like with Walmart, their cutouts or this and that shit and stuff like that. I mean, for the launch month, okay, I can understand why that would be number 1 now.
Number 2 for the year though, so far.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, see what you want about Assassin's Creed, man. That franchise sells. Like the Assassin's Creed, Valhalla was like the best-selling Assassin's Creed ever. And I mean, it's been 4.5 years since the last one. So I mean, there's a reason why they, there's still a big audience for them. So, also MLB The Show was up 23% year over year. So, pretty interesting. And then also Fortnite was the most played game on both PlayStation and Xbox.
Not surprised. That franchise will never die.
Yeah, it's weird though. Like typically you don't see them both being number 1. So that part was kind of interesting about it. But I mean overall kind of fun month. I always like these like kind of, especially I mean it's crazy like you look at like March how crazy that month was. Pretty cool though. We got some other news this week though. It's really just kind of like a little not a lot here to talk about is like major stuff, but like it's just like it's a lot of EA. It's a little EA news corner we're doing here. So EA they had their quarterly report over the week, and someone asked about one of the shareholders asked about them raising prices up to $80. Andrew Wilson did say the robot himself did say as of right now they do not plan to raise prices of their games. Obviously, we'll wait. Don't hold your breath in that, but he made a point of like saying that like things are different now with in EA like maybe a decade ago it would have been different, but nowadays a big part of their revenue comes from like microtransactions, obviously with like Apex Legends, like Madden Ultimate Team, FIFA Ultimate Team, stuff like that. So I think it's more the idea of like we don't want to keep it at the price it is and sell more copies. So that's potentially more people spending. Even it's $10 that they're maybe losing there, but you buy one whatever the battle pass equivalent is, or they buy a few packs of cards in Ultimate Team or whatever. Like they're gonna make far more money from those people than that $10 at the gate. So maybe it's one, but also I wouldn't be surprised this time next year, Gables, I'm spending $10 more for Madden college football.
If there's one thing you can learn from EA, for everyone that's listening, or for those that have been at least been playing video games for the past 30, 40 years, never trust EA at their word.
Yeah.
And the better part of just the better part of like this situation in general is like we know this is coming. I mean, we understand that games getting more expensive and all this other shit. It's like I firmly believe that EA will still follow suit. I mean, for God's sakes, Madden's going to be $80. The college football game's going to be $80. Their whole initial sports game. I mean, everywhere inside the game industry, no matter what and stuff, you're going to have developers, you're going to have companies just go and just push this $80 fucking threshold because they're looking at Nintendo as like, oh, hey, Nintendo's doing it with Mario Kart. I'm going to do it too with our most popular franchises.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, it's frustrating, even with all the microtransaction stuff that EA does do, and also Ubisoft and other like developers, publishers, whatever.
Take two.
But it's just so frustrating because if you're a consumer, if you want just to go and evolve inside of a game that you want to play, you'll buy it, right? But it's kind of like what I touched upon last week. I'm not going to go in a major rant or anything. It's just saying that I'm worried so much about the casual gamer in this case and scenario. They want to get into video games, but they see these high-ass price tags on these games, which it's so crazy to me that you have consoles that maybe 10, 20 years ago, they would drop down in price around this point, but instead going higher because of this stuff. And then the games following suit and stuff. I just want people to play and enjoy games wherever and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like $70, $80 games. It's like fucking still crazy to me that that's still at that route.
Yeah, I mean, also like I was like Matt Piscatel was talking about like nowadays people that play on PC and consoles now 46% of people that play on PC or console games they buy between 0 and 2 games every year, which is way up from what it's been. And the thing is it's the black hole games. There's a reason they call them black hole games. That's like the Fortnites, the Warzones, Apex Legends, you name it. Like those free to play games that have the season passes or whatever, battle passes, whatever you want to call them. And that's a big part of like why people that don't upgrade to the new consoles is a big reason why Fortnite isn't this graphical powerhouse, because it's like you want to be able to play on a laptop, a PC, a mobile phone, an iPad, whatever. We want to be everywhere, and like that's just the way it is. And like it's a lot cheap. Even they might spend a few $100s on that game throughout the year. That's way less than they're going to spend on about some games they might play for a month or two, or they might play for 20, 30 hours and beat it and enjoy it. But it's like, all right, cool, I'm done with that. It's like I talked about a long time ago. I'm like, man, I have friends that like they play more video games a year than I do, but they play 1 or 2 games. And it's like, I'm like, man, I wish like I have like a bunch of friends that like way back in the day, all they played was they buy college football and they buy Call of Duty every year. That's all they bought. And like they buy, occasionally they buy like the new like Halo or something like that, like or like when the big one of those came out. But like the most part, there was 2 guaranteed games and maybe a third game every year, and that was it. And like I always thought about like, man, I wish I was like that. Like my dad, like he plays more games over throughout the year than I do, because I don't have time to play games after work. When I get home from work, I have maybe an hour to like make dinner, eat dinner, and go to bed. And so I have to like play all my games on the weekends. And like my dad plays games all throughout the week and on the weekends as well. And all he plays is Warzone, and he plays that way more than I do. Like I play any other game combined. It's just like he doesn't buy skins. He doesn't do anything. He literally just buys the season pass every think 3 months for like 15, $20, and that's it. You know, he spends like $80 to $100 a year on Warzone. And that's all he does. And yeah, that's kind of the issue. Is like, you know, when things aren't growing, they're just gonna, you know, they're gonna charge. Okay, it's not growing fast enough, or it's not really growing much at all. We're gonna charge more for the people that are in it, or we're gonna make up that money from the people that are in it, the hardcores, and that's where we're at. You know, it's like, what sucks though is even if they are killing it and they're doing amazing, it's like cool. Well, we're doing great. We can just raise prices now. Like Nintendo is like, hey, we're doing better than we ever had before. Maybe I don't know about maybe the Wii era, they were hotter. I don't know, but like they're cool. Like we're so successful right now. We're gonna charge $80 for Mario Kart World Tour. So it's kind of damn if you do or damn if you don't. If you're not doing great, we'll raise prices. If you're doing great, we're gonna raise prices anyways. So I don't know. I don't know what to do, Gables. But anyways, I wouldn't be shocked though. I would say by 2027, by January 1st, 2027, probably all major games will be $80. So I do hope that maybe we get back to like that kind of like that 360 era there, where like we were getting like those like $40 games and stuff like that. Even like the early PS4 era, like what was it? Ratchet and Clank like was like $40 when it came out. You know, it's like I do hope that like maybe we get back to the era of like those like $30 to $40 games, like AA games. But I don't know, like AA is kind of dead now. So Fortnite and the black hole games kind of killed AA games. Moving on though, Battlefield is apparently coming out this fiscal year, so that's before April 1st. And there's going to be a big reveal this summer. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know. It's just like kind of the repeating argument we have all the time. Not really argument, discussion about multiplayer games. Like, I don't know. We just see so many. Like, what about Concord? What about Helldivers? You know, it's like, oh, look, you know, it's competing against all these free-to-play games in Fortnite and Warzone. Nobody wants to pay money for these things. What about Marathon? You know, it's just we just go in the circle. Is maybe like talking about the next big multiplayer game coming out is like maybe my least favorite conversation. Now that like the Switch 2 is coming, other than talking about Switch 2 rumors for the last like 5 years, this might be my new like nails on chalkboard discussion. It's like feel like we just have the same conversation, and like I'm guilty as everybody else, but it's like, man, like can we just not anymore? And then last but not least, Gables, Split Fiction sold 4 million units. Look at that!
Wow.
Yeah. Already. I mean, it's crazy. I wonder how many of those 4 million people haven't played it yet. I wonder if their friends said they were like, how many people out there said their friends would play it with them and then just didn't. It's weird. Anyways,
anyways, twisting the knife.
Yep. Yeah. But who's twisting a knife? Is it Gables or is it? It's actually one of those things where we both stab each other and we're both twisting knives. But moving on, Gables. That's kind of it for the news this week. Let's get into what we've been playing. Gables, do you care if I go first?
Yeah, go first, man. Go ahead. Okay.
I'm not gonna spend too much more time on it because like I've talked about enough already. But I just want to do a quick little thing. I'm still playing Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Gables, and I talked about it. It's like, my God, like, you know, this might be one of the greatest games of all time. I'm like 30 hours in now, Gables, and I'm still on the trajectory of this still might be one of the greatest games of all time. So that's saying something. I'm at the point now, like I've gotten today to the point where like, I think it's a point of no return. It looks like, but like now I'm like, okay, now I'm just going to go and do everything. Like try to do all the shit I kind of missed out on. Like things like you couldn't do yet, or like I wasn't high enough level at. And my God, some of these fights are insane. Gables, man, like the combat, I keep talking about over and over again. The combat in this game is phenomenal. It is so good. But like I did one fight, where I spent over 3 hours on this like optional boss. And just like he has like over 2 million hit points. So yeah, it's wild. I spent like 3 hours like dying and like failing. I think I lost like 7 or 8 times, and it took me on the one I did beat him on. It took me over a half an hour. I had over 200 parries, successful parries, and then like 80 something dodges. I finally, like after like 30 hours guilds, I feel like I'm average now at parrying in this game. Because like you can dodge and like you don't get hit, but like parrying, you can like if you parry all their attacks, you can do a counter attack that does like big damage, and will eventually put them on stun. So it's like a high risk, high reward type of thing. But I finally I've done a bunch of that, and I finally got pretty decent at it, I think. But yeah, I finally beat that, and the amount of fucking experience points for that, holy shit, it ended up being worth it. But my God, Gables, that was definitely one of my thing where my ADHD was like, I am not doing anything until I beat this fucker. It was tough. But yeah, I've been just going around and doing a bunch of man, just something I say it all over and over again. The music and all that, just man, the design of this game. But man, these fucking boss fights are awesome. And a lot of them are I'm doing are just optional ones you can do. Find these guys hidden throughout the dungeons, or there's optional dungeons. There's arenas you can go to. There's just dudes on the open world, on the world map and stuff like that. And just going up and fighting. Some of these you go up to, you're you get hit once, you're oh nope, not supposed to be here yet. Oh god, he just took out 90% of my fucking hit points in one shot. Okay, I need to leave. And it's but I'm talking about there's a few of these where I just fought my way through it and parried and dodged enough that even though I was way under leveled, I was able to beat these guys just out of sheer stubbornness. But I'm still just man, I'm blown away. I just over and over again, I'm just still 30 hours in. It's being in a marriage with somebody after 25 years. They just find nice little ways to surprise you, And that's where I am with this game, where I'm there was a cutscene that happened, and the song just popped on. I'm oh my god. I fell in love all over again. I'm oh my god, this is so good. Where was this song all this time? But yeah, there's just so much. Man, it's so good. But the only complaints I have are minor. But they can be kind of annoying. It's a little an itch sometimes. Kind of I'm it's you can kind of ignore it, but it's still back there. Or one is the world is just so beautiful. They focus so well on making everything look important and look beautiful and stunning. There's no I go to try to there's no when you play an open world game or you play a dungeon or something like that, you walk around an open area game. There's always major things in that area where you can kind of okay, this is okay, this is it's basically a sign type of thing where it's okay, I know where I am. You always have a thing the North Star type of thing in a game. And this game is so beautiful and so well crafted though. They just don't have that. So I need the little what's the dude in Mario Kart, the Lakitu, that when you go you're going the wrong way on the cart on the course, he he tells you you're going the wrong way. I need that fucker.
That's the Lakitu.
Lakitu, yeah, whatever. But I need that little fucker to tell me I'm going the wrong way, because I spend so much time running. I've multiple times I'm a decent way through this dungeon, and I end up running all the way back to the beginning because I have no idea where I'm at. And I go to do a side activity because there's so many little side things you go down. I've wasted so much time just rewalking my steps already because I have no idea, because nothing looks the same. There's no it just everything looks different, and it's there's no that little standout little thing that okay, cool, all right, that's there, all right, cool, I know I know I've been here. And I'm still doing that, all these like I said, 25 30 hours in. Yeah, so that's the one major real major complaint I would say honestly I have is that I think I have one more, but it's very small. I don't remember. That's how small it was. I already forgot it. But yeah, that's all. That's really if I just had a better better map, a better yeah, that's it. I need a fucking map to tell me because what sucks so the game has no HUD, and this is it's all I get it's all artistic intent on this stuff, but I need a map on this game to tell me I've done everything in this area, as far as when I leave a dungeon to put just put a little check mark on it. Let me know I beat the boss and I've been there, because
right.
I now that I'm trying to just kind of clean up everything, I'm all right, have I been here before? And I'll go into an area and I'll go to that and I'll trek all the way over there. I go in there and I'm fuck, I've already been here. So I'm god damn it. Or I'll get 2-3 minutes in, I'll start fighting people. I'm no, I've done this already. And there's some areas I walked in and I'm oh, I realized I shouldn't be here yet. And I left, and now I'm well, but did I actually do anything in here, or was I one of those things where I walked in, poked my head in, I'm nope, gotta leave type thing. So I've been spending a lot of time just doing that of fucking it's a lot of little, it's just things like that where it's just this it's small little things, but they kind of get a little more grating as you go. It's someone just kind of itching the same spot after a while. It's just god fucking damn it. I man, we could have cut a lot of time off if I had a little map you can pull an open world the map to see the world map, but I'm I see a little check mark to tell me hey, you've done that. There's no signposts, nothing like to tell you. There's no checklist. There's no nothing. Which yeah, I like that in the game. But I'm like, I wish there was like make it like a little optional feature in the menu where like I could go like click that on to like just put an X. Let me know I've done this. But yeah, this game. Oh my god, it's so good. I might beat it tomorrow. I don't know. I might not. I don't know if I want to beat it tomorrow. But I'm getting pretty close. But yeah, this game it's so good. I just keep singing the theme song to myself. Just going Clair, Obscur, dum dum dum. And I don't even know what the lady's saying. She's singing French, but I'm just fucking singing like a fucking moron. But it's my god. What a game, Gables. What a fucking video game. But that's all I'm playing, Gables. What about you, buddy?
Well, I'm still kind of chipping away in about Elder Scrolls 4, like
Ooh.
Oblivion Remaster and stuff. Still kind of leveling up certain stats, and also I completed a quest where I had to get these 4 like kind of rune books and stuff because I'm on the trail of like these killers and stuff that this group that killed the king at the start of the game, and so what I got, I went to this initial place and stuff where I got the first rune book and stuff, and it tells you a little bit of like the detailings upon how like they are supposed to be like worshiping this one like demon or something like that, and so you collect the first 2, right? But yet the third and the fourth book you have to try to find, and then you end up finding out, in terms of like exploration and going to this specific town or something like that, that there's this dude that is going to like come in to this bookshop in order to try to buy this third volume. And so what ends up happening is it's like the bookkeeper will not sell you the initial volume. And so what this led was me convincing the dude that bought the book or something like that, hey, you know, you're gonna have you're gonna be summoning this demon and stuff like that if you read all this initial stuff and like that. I basically scared him into giving the book to me. So that, and then like the fourth volume and stuff end up finding like as well, and that led to this initial exploration of this sewer underneath the city that I was in, where me and also another NPC character that was with me at the start of the game, was exploring this bit of the sewers and stuff. So much just taking out goblins, taking out like these rats and stuff like that. And not only that though, but finally when I get to the point where it's like the NPC character and stuff has to talk with the the meat point, because the dude that gave me the book, he was about to talk to this one like cult leader and stuff like that, that he wanted to join them, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. And so while your friend is talking, you're up above, right, in the vantage point, in case something goes wrong. And so here I am, I'm crouched down with my bow and arrow and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I see these 3 mages just like pop up and stuff like, oh no, this is an ambush. And so basically, without them even looking, I go and I shoot my arrow and I hit one dude right in the head, and he's just walking like this with a fucking arrow in his head. And finally the alert meter goes, and I just basically just gung-ho it and stuff, just slashing down these dark mages and all this other stuff. And finally got a chance to go with that stuff. And then I ended playing that game for the week and stuff like that, just so I try to level up certain aspects of my character, like the sneak ability, the jump ability, and that stuff, and like obviously the melee stuff with not heavy weapons, but like just regular weapon stuff. And then I turned my attention later on in the week to Fire Pro Wrestling World, because I was kind of just screwing around with the tournament creator of it, because I wanted just to try out certain things. I had been watching a YouTuber trying to make her own, like, not YouTuber, but like a Twitch streamer, her own like Fire Pro Wrestling sort of tournament, where it's like she had like people that would gift subs and stuff to her, like a certain amount or something. They would create they could create characters, so that way they could just do a simulation and stuff for the PS2 version of Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. And I thought to myself, it's like, well, this would be a lot better if this was in Fire Pro Wrestling World, right? And so I went to go simulate certain like trying to see like a little test drive, and I was just working at it. What I like about the creator in terms of like the tournament mode is you can adjust the speed level of the matches. So it's like instead of like 100% speed, you can increase it to about 150 or 175% speed, which makes it so much better to watch. Because if you have it at regular speed, they're just kind of like just slow, really slow, to the pace where it's like you're trying to do a tournament, it's gonna take fucking forever. And so I just did a whole bunch of random stuff, had like a team of 32 and stuff, just named a create like just basically just did like a random like single like a team like 4-on-4, in terms of like a whole tag team tournament and stuff. Crash and Bash, I called it some generic shit, and then just went through. It went pretty good, and now I'm in the midst and stuff where I created some for the IWGP Tag Team Championships, and I started like tinkering with it a little bit and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pair let's see, Tamatonga and Tongaloa and stuff like that against these initial tag team the first round, and I'm gonna start doing that and stuff. I'm just kind of easing myself into the process of trying to possibly get into the creative stuff of Fire Pro Wrestling World, because they have like all these established wrestlers that are there before they went to WWE or AEW. Like, say they have Kenny Omega, they have Jay White, they have freaking obviously like guys like Tiger Mask and Dragon Lee, and like some of like the more popular characters from that time period when that game released in 2017. So one of the biggest draws in terms of Fire Pro Wrestling games is their create a character. Like, you can create certain wrestlers in there based upon like specific molds or specific like parts and stuff they include in there that you can just design and do this and do that. They can create your own ring and this and that as well. But yeah, I've just been having fun, like just playing random matches and also like simulating certain matches and stuff. Because the overall plan is to try to create your own, like create my own like kind of wrestling league, and then just have different characters, different backstories, different this and that. So it's just something of a creative side project that I want to just potentially get into and see if I could actually, see where it goes. If I lose interest, like in about a month or so from now, then I know that it's okay. Maybe it's just something that it was just put on the back burner for a while. But it's just something different and something I'm just doing, just waiting until the Switch 2 comes out.
Yeah, yeah. That's coming
Pretty,
pretty close.
yeah, yeah, man. Just sooner or later, I'm just gonna go ahead and probably just watch. I'm just gonna recreate some like all the different like God, all the different like characters or some maybe like games journalists or some shit, or wrestlers of some shit from like a
Yeah,
bygone era or something. I remember back in the day, way back when we were doing sarcastic gamer stuff, I recreated a lot of the various users using the N64 version of just the N64 as a
yeah.
base and stuff, and using No Mercy. I tried doing that back then and stuff. And what ended up happening was I had used and I created so much information, like so many characters and stuff, that my game deleted itself.
Oh wow.
The save data deleted itself. I did something that there's a secret menu you can get to on the N64 to where you can actually like check out certain cards and stuff in terms of their data or in terms of something like that. And somehow I either accidentally deleted it or it deleted itself, and I lost all that progress and
That
stuff.
sucks.
And,
Yeah.
and it sucked, but at the same time, it was just one of those type of things where I've always loved professional wrestling and I've always wanted to get into the creative things and
Hmm.
stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing
Yeah.
this week for gaming.
All right. Well, very nice. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for us this week, guys. If you like the show like we're doing, like I said, top show, please like, subscribe, support us, leave comments. Go to the podcast services, Apple, Spotify, you name it. We're probably on it. 5-star reviews over there. Tell your friends, leave comments, all that stuff. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to on YouTube, there we have the membership thing. It's $1. You want to go out there, it's only $1, but hey, like adds up. A couple, just a few people out there go out there do it. Makes a difference. Maybe Gables and I can, we can get split a Starbucks coffee or something. Uh,
Yeah.
so I mean, every month or something like that. That'd be nice. So if you want to go out there and support us, we appreciate it. Sharing is probably the best thing you can do for us. Outside of subscribing and all that, click the bell, whatever people tell you to do. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us this week, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I was Tyler.
And I have been Colonel Gables. So until next time, everyone, thank you very much for listening to another fun-filled episode of the Drunk Nerds podcast.
Hey, Gables.
Yeah,
Too sweet.
too sweet, man.
Bye, guys.
See ya.